Alliance Delta has a new small, lightweight camper line called the Delta Solo. And I see a lot of comments online saying, oh, you can get an RV that's so much bigger for the same price or cheaper than other stuff that's out there. One thing I don't think a lot of people understand or get the concept of is sometimes bigger is not always better. Sometimes there is a reason why you want a higher end small travel trailer, because you want it to perform well. You want to be able to get to all the places that this will allow you to go more easily. You want the simplicity of it, and maybe you want to do something like bring some motorcycles along with you in the bed of your truck, and you need that extra payload capacity to be able to do that, meaning you might want a lighter trailer. So many different reasons. Alliance Delta has this new small camper I can't wait to take a look at with y'all. So let's go inside. Come on. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Myles with Firmly Unbound, and we are here at Alliance's factory today in Indiana. You can see here, we got the buildings behind us, and we are taking a look at their new 2026 Alliance Delta Solo RB152. So this is going to be a rear bath model. This isn't going to be like some groundbreaking floor plan or anything like that, but I do think this is a really nice travel trailer for the size that it's coming in at. That's gonna have some things that a lot of other campers in this size either don't have or are very hard to find. So I guess that would kind of be the same thing, right? But they're gonna have some things that other campers in this price range won't have. But let's go ahead and give a quick walk around to the outside. You can see it is a single axle travel trailer here. As you come along back, you have a ladder on the back wall, so ladder already installed. I know a lot of campers in this size range will not come with ladders installed. And this ladder specifically, they made it wide enough to be able to hang towels from it, so you can dry towels outside off of that. Looks like we have a tankless water heater, no slide out, so it's very simple, very basic, and just keeps it easy for traveling. Looks like that's either a 100 or 200 watt solar panel, but we'll get to that here in a moment. Exterior water connections, just like on the Delta Ultralight. This is a 2026 model here, but that's the exact camper that I own. I just have the 2025 model that looks a little different because it's a 2025 and not a 2026. So this is basically just like the little baby version of a Delta camper in a single axle build. So basically all the construction elements are the same, which means we're going to have Asdel sidewall, so a composite panel sidewall. You also have composite flooring as well. And then as we step inside here, the first thing I noticed right away, and curious what you guys notice or what you like or don't like when we walk inside, it is hot out here in Indiana, and this is the coolest camper that I have walked into so far. A lot of the campers I've been filming today for y'all, we've had the AC on them for at least like 30, maybe 40 minutes. This one is significantly cooler than the others because of its size and because of the fact that it's a ducted air conditioning system. There's a lot of campers in this size range where this AC will not be ducted through the camper, but this one is. So it is cool all throughout this entire camper. And like I said, this isn't some groundbreaking style floor plan or anything like that. There's other brands that make this, but now we're just getting it in the Alliance Delta build, and then we'll see some differences they might add in, like a ducted air conditioner, for instance. But let's go ahead and start up front because we have a Murphy bed setup in here. So great for a single person or a couple, giving you the seating space where you do have the sofa. Looks like we have a flip down armrest with cup holders in the sofa as well. And this is a jackknife style sofa, but let's see how it converts. Okay, got that little tiny shallow space underneath there, not really usable for storage, but we do have two drawers to open up, and they are using a birchwood interior drawer construction, looks like on there. Not soft close on those drawers, so they do just close standard. This will lay down flat. Now you can use that as a spot to lay down real quick. Maybe if you have one kid with you, that's even something that I've thought about with Megan and I having our first child on the way. So many of these campers would even work with a kid as well, because this table will make into a bed and you could use that as another sleeping space potentially. But let's keep moving on. We have one latch here to release this Murphy bed. Wow, that's a tri-fold. Is that a tri-fold or some? Oh no, it's a single fold. The mattress is just bending back there, and then it folds right here for the last portion. That looks like that's a residential queen. Wow, yeah, that looks bigger than most beds that I'm used to seeing with a Murphy bed setup. So that has got to be a residential queen right here. And this mattress is not too bad. Oh yeah, That's not bad at all. It might be, no, it's got to be shorter than a residential queen because you can see my head is up at the wall here and my feet are going off the end of the bed. So it's probably right about 74 inches long, I would guess, on the mattress size. But I do like that that is a pretty comfortable mattress. It's a little bit on the soft side. So I know, like for Megan, for instance, with her being pregnant, Megan being my wife, if you didn't know, she likes a little bit more of a firm mattress, especially now being pregnant. So this might be a little on the soft side for her. But nonetheless, it's nice to have a good mattress because it has this fold in it, which means replacing it and putting some sort of different type of mattress in here is really not gonna work because you're gonna need one that folds like this. So you are gonna be pretty much limited to what it comes with unless you can find a special custom mattress that folds the same way this one does. But this one I think most people will be satisfied with. As we look up here, you got your storage up over top. So you got all that storage space there, magnet latches to hold those closed. And this all looks very similar to a Delta travel trailer where we have our outlets and USB ports back in this corner, light switches for the lights up above, and got our storage space right here. No like hidden storage under here, anything like that, but we do have some shelving right there. So we have the bed, and then everything over here looks pretty much the same. So we're looking at all that, and we got our spot right here to hang clothes. You do have our removable shelf in there. Soft close on those cabinet doors. Again, something you're not going to find in a whole lot of travel trailers like this. Also have pull down blackout shades, something that not all travel trailers like this will have. So that gives you full and complete privacy plus being able to block out the light. Got your controls for this travel trailer right here. So you have your awning controls, light controls. It does have an individual camera power switch here. So if you do a backup camera, you actually get independent power control going to that, meaning you get power to the camera, even if you're not hooked up to your truck, which not all backup camera systems work like that. Some backup camera systems on certain campers, you only get power to the camera if you're hooked up to the truck because it's tied into the wiring that goes to the truck, which means you can't use it as like a security camera when you get to your campsite. With this one here, you can. On your cabinet doors, it looks like it is like the same style wrapped cabinet door like what I have in my camper, but they went to the gray color versus the brown, which is what I have in mine. And they're really lightweight, but really solid. And it don't see like any peeling of any nature here on any of the cabinets. These just look really good. Even for being wrapped, those just look solid. So look great. Got a charcoal stainless steel sink here. Really like the look of that. It is a square sink, so a little bit smaller. You got the detachable faucet there. Then it even has a full-time RVing warranty, so if you want to travel in this thing full-time, you still get backed with that warranty from Alliance. Got your storage there. Again, soft close on those cabinet doors. Looks like the backsplash here is a stuck-on backsplash. So that's kind of what you're dealing with there. You can see it's like maybe 1/8 of an inch thick or so. 3 drawers right here. Got birchwood on the interior of those drawers, it looks like. And then we have a flip-up countertop space. And then some storage down underneath here. Even have like nice LED lighting up underneath here. You also have individual shutoff valves on all the major water lines in this camper. So that's pretty huge. Without those, that means you'd have to shut off water to the entire camper to stop a water leak from continuing while you fix that leak. So really like that you get the individual shutoff valves on a camper of this size. That is not a common find at all. And shoot, this might be one of the only campers in this size that has that. North to south facing 2-burner gas stove, no oven, so kind of increasing your overall storage with that, but you do get an air fryer or convection oven combo in the microwave, so you can kind of use that as an oven space. Then you have a drawer down underneath here. Have your furnace there, and then we have a pretty dang good sized refrigerator and freezer. See all the adjustable shelving locations in that fridge there, and then in the freezer. This is basically the same size you're going to get in a standard travel trailer, so you're not really losing anything in terms of your fridge space being in this shorter build. You already have a TV installed and even have like wood framing built around it to kind of give it a more finished off nice look with that. It is on a mount, so you can pull this out further. It's about a 32-inch screen TV. You have a nice big window here as well. They do not already have the shade installed on this window, but you can get a shade for that window, which most people likely will want. Right here, when we walked in, we have our little shoe storage area right there that you can use, or use that for any kind of storage. You have your, oh my gosh, I almost called that a fire hydrant. What the heck? Why can I not think of what that is called? Wow. I totally blanked on what fire extinguisher. Oh my goodness. Wow, my brain just froze trying to think of what that was. This is an interesting booth area because this is kind of designed for individuals. Like you could have one person and like a small kid, but two grown adults, you'll definitely be sitting shoulder to shoulder in a booth like this. So they are a little bit smaller seats. Legless dinette at that though, which is really nice. And then this does drop down. Like I said, you can see how you have these posts right there. Basically, it just lifts and detaches off the wall, and then you can drop it down and get it into the bed formation. So you can see how that goes. Super simple, very easy to use. It is a bit of a two-hand operation though, so I just got myself in a little bit of a predicament. So we're just gonna leave it right there until I can come back to it. Outlet down underneath here. Outlets in the kitchen are up underneath the cabinetry. And then we have some light switches there too. Ceiling height. Ceiling height in here is pretty good. I'm standing at about 6'3" with my shoes on right now. So you can see ceiling height is probably about 6'6" or so. Now it does get a little bit shorter as I walk into the bathroom because right here at the shortest point, it is probably right at about 6'3" right there. So that is something where it is gonna get a little bit shorter going into the bathroom. But as we go into the bathroom, we're gonna see another thing here that is almost unheard of in a travel trailer like that. That is a porcelain foot flush toilet with a wooden toilet seat. I mean, that is high-end stuff for a camper this size. So really nice toilet. You can see the soft close on that. Now, normally I would have a liquefied with me. I forgot it in my camper today, but you can see it here on the screen. This is a black tank treatment for your RV. You're gonna make sure that everything that goes through your toilet drains out properly, keeps your black tank smelling fresh, and makes sure that everything that goes into that black tank leaves the black tank as it should. So you can find that on Blue Compass stores, shelves all across the country, as well as Walmart and Amazon. And also, if you're looking for your next RV, let me just mention as well, Blue Compass RV has over 100 different locations in 33 different states. I do link their website down below in the comments and description so you can find a store close to you, as they have stores all over the country where we can help you out, and we're excited and can't wait to help you out when you're ready to start looking for your next RV. As we come into this space here, we got our stainless steel sink. Nice big stainless steel sink at that. All the countertops are gonna be a wrapped countertop material. Got your medicine cabinet storage there. Got tons of storage all through here. See everything that we're working with there. And as we come back this way, you got your shower back in the corner. Looks like we still might have decent shower height in that. Great location for the hooks here, so you can hang your towels right there. Very easy to get from in and out of the shower. You have your shower curtain. Nice flexible shower curtain with that. And then as I step up in here, let's see what we're dealing with the ceiling. Okay, my head definitely goes up into the skylight, and you're probably good for about 6'4" to 6'5" with the skylight, but still a very usable shower space for me. It's not something that I couldn't use. I just stand in the skylight, but the way it's oriented, you can see I can move around pretty freely in this shower. So don't mind that at all. Last thing we have are storage under here. Again, individual shutoff valves on the water lines. And then we have your door that closes here for your privacy in the space. Oh, and they made that nice and private. Look at that. You can see you get basically full, complete privacy in this bathroom with that door. So very nice there. You do have a blackout shade on the window if you want to close that, but you get some natural light coming in the window. And overall, just a great little simple floor plan. There's not too much to it, but it just works. It gets the job done if this is the kind of, you know, camper size that you're looking for. And speaking of size, let's go ahead and look at the specs here. You also got little QR codes here for different information on your camper as the owner. The length on this is only 19 feet 11 inches, so under 20 feet or right at about 20 feet. And then cargo carrying capacity is 712 pounds, a little low on that, but I don't think most people will load more than probably like 500, maybe 600 pounds in this camper. It's pretty tough to do, especially in something this size. So we come outside, let's look at a couple things out here. You got your Alliance logo there, looks really good. You got like a painted skirt down underneath here that's all black that looks really nice with that. Solid entry step as you come in and out. Got your pass-through storage area here. And then one thing that is really nice about Alliance is all of your locks on the outside. So even just like these locks right here, which you can see you're getting clips right there for your latches. These locks, your door locks, all the different locks on this camper are all the same key, so you don't have to fumble through different keys. Aluminum framing on this travel trailer. A lot of stuff in this size you'll see has wood framing, but you get aluminum framing on this one. USB type A and type C port here. You got your awning switch right outside, so I love that you're able to control this awning from right here without having to go inside. Makes your life really simple and easy having that, so definitely a fan of that for sure. Two 20-pound propane bottles, power tongue jack here, and then spot for your battery. Got your water connections outside, have your water controls here for your outdoor water sources, so you have hot and cold water on your spray ports, battery disconnect switch. It is prepped to add a tire pressure monitoring system on this if you would like, and you can open this access panel to get back to the water lines back behind there. Manual stabilizers on this travel trailer. It does have a fully enclosed underbelly, so all your water tanks and water lines sit above the enclosed underbelly. A BAL next gen frame using a lot of huck bolt fasteners on this frame. You have a spot here to hold your sewer hose, and then again a single axle with that BAL suspension. All your water tanks will drain from this one area right here. Now keep in mind, even though your water tanks and water lines sit above the enclosed underbelly, you do have your valves that are exposed out here, meaning water will fill up in these portions of these pipes right there, meaning that that water could freeze if it gets below freezing. So that's just something to be aware of in your camper. Coming along this way, again, ladder to get up onto the roof. Let's go ahead and hop up there, see what we got going on. Oh, also, see like your spray port back here where you could have the hot and cold water. Looks like this is probably gonna be rated for 250 pounds, and then going up on the ladder, gonna be rated for 300 pounds. It is prepped to add a backup camera right there. And as we come up here, got your additional handle to get up and down from the ladder going up to the roof. That looks like a 200-watt solar panel there. You got a low-profile air conditioner, which is nice, and it is a Furrion AC. And then you can see the seals up here all look good. But just be aware as an RV owner, if this is your first time looking at an RV or you're experienced, there is definitely some degree for error when it comes to the seals on your roof of any RV for that matter. It doesn't have to just be Alliance. It could be any brand out there. And it's not just air, it's even just things like air, like physical air pressure itself too. There's a good chance that even an RV like this could be driven to a dealership's lot somewhere, and in that first 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 miles of it, experiencing driving for the first time, there could be air pressure in that roof cavity right there that is pushing on those seals and causing little air bubbles or bubbles to pop or different things like that. So many different things that can occur. The longer an RV sits on a lot, the more those seals can kind of start to deteriorate and dry out. So whenever you are buying an RV, it's never a bad idea to get it inspected. But if I was buying an RV, and this is something I did myself, no matter what it is, I will get up on the roof myself and check all those seals and seams and make sure they are all as they need to be, because that is something that is very important to me, to make sure that my RV doesn't leak. And not having your RV leak is something that's completely in your control. You just have to be an active, proactive RV owner, because there are some things you need to look out for over time with your RV, and one of them is checking the roof, definitely. But that's pretty much everything. Appreciate y'all watching. The last thing is the price. Now, these have not even hit dealership lots yet that I know of or that I've seen. So my guess on the price on these, I'm kind of thinking here, trying to think like what the Alliance Delta travel trailers sell for, trying to then filter through to like the smaller ones. My guess is this is probably going to be somewhere right around like probably around $30,000. That's my guess. But again, that is just a guess. I could be off. It could be a little bit more, it could be a little bit less, so don't take my word at it for sure. But we should be seeing these soon at Blue Compass stores across the country. So if this is something that you're looking for, definitely stay on the lookout for that. Or if you're just looking for your next RV in general, there's a link down below in the comments and description to help you find your next RV with Blue Compass. So there are over 100 different stores, 33 different states. That link will help you find a store close to you. And that's all I got for y'all. Appreciate you watching, and until next time, live firmly unbound.